Your safe job isn't protecting you. It's the reason you're still broke as hell. The paycheck that traps you. A steady paycheck feels like security, but it quietly trains your brain to stop looking for anything better. You stay because it pays the bills, not because it's building your future. You're renting your time. Every hour you work, you hand over your time in exchange for a fixed dollar amount. And the moment you stop showing up, the money stops too. That's not income, that's a lease on your life. The raise that never catches up. Even when you get a raise, inflation, taxes, and lifestyle creep quietly eat most of it before you ever feel it. You work harder, make more, and somehow end up in the same place. Your expenses grew with your pay. The moment most Americans earn more money, they spend more money. Better car, bigger apartment, nicer stuff. This invisible upgrade cycle is one of the biggest traps in the game. The comfort zone costs money. Staying in a job that feels comfortable but pays just enough to survive is one of the most expensive decisions you can make. Comfort has a price, and most people are paying it every single month. One income is one risk. If your entire financial life depends on one employer not firing you, one economy not tanking, or one health scare not happening, you're one bad day away from everything falling apart. What financial freedom actually means. Financial freedom doesn't mean being rich. It means your money covers your life without you needing to trade hours for it. It's the point where work becomes a choice, not a requirement. The side income you keep ignoring. Most people have at least one skill someone else would pay for. Writing, designing, fixing, teaching, organizing, but they never turn it into income because starting feels overwhelming. That hesitation is costing real money. Your job is not your financial plan. A salary tells you exactly how much someone else thinks your time is worth, and they are always going to value it less than it costs you. Relying on one employer as your entire financial strategy is not a plan, it's a gamble. The retirement math nobody shows you. Working until 65 only works if your body, your job, and the economy all cooperate for 40 years. And statistically, at least one of those three will not. Most Americans reach retirement with far less than they expect. Debt is the anchor holding you down. Credit card balances, car loans, and student debt don't just cost money, they cost freedom. Every dollar going to minimum payments is a dollar that can't build something for you. The emergency fund you don't have. Without a financial cushion, one broken transmission, one medical bill, or one missed paycheck can destroy months of progress overnight. Most Americans are one unexpected expense away from going deeper into debt. Why most people never start. The biggest reason Americans stay stuck isn't lack of money, it's decision paralysis. They wait until conditions are perfect, until they have more saved, until life slows down. Conditions never get perfect, they just get older. The first step costs almost nothing. Escaping a job you depend on doesn't start with quitting, it starts with earning your first dollar outside that job. One small income stream proves to your brain that another way is possible. Skills are the new currency. In today's economy, what you can do matters more than where you went to school or how long you've worked somewhere. Teachable, sellable skills are the most portable asset any American can own. Freelancing without quitting your job. Millions of Americans are building freelance income on weekends and evenings while keeping their day job, not as a forever plan, but as a bridge. The bridge is what makes the leap possible. Digital products work while you sleep. A guide, a template, a mini course, a stock photo pack. These are things you create once and sell forever without trading more hours. This is how time stops being your only resource. The power of tiny recurring revenue. Getting 10 people to pay $20 a month feels small, but that $200 every month is money that shows up whether you work that day or not. That consistency changes everything. Investing is not just for the rich. The biggest lie most Americans tell themselves is that investing is for people with a lot of extra money. Even small, consistent amounts, $10, $20, $50, put to work over time quietly grow into something real. Compound growth is stupidly patient. The reason most people miss the power of compound growth is that the early years look boring, almost nothing happens. But the same math that looks flat at year 5 looks shocking at year 15. Your spending habits are a roadmap. Every dollar you spend tells a story about your priorities. And most Americans, if they look honestly at that story, discover they are funding things they barely value while underfunding their future. The budget that actually works. Budgeting doesn't have to feel like punishment. It just means deciding on purpose where your money goes before it disappears. A simple written plan beats a complicated spreadsheet nobody uses. Automate before you can spend it. The most reliable saving strategy isn't discipline, it's automation. When money moves to savings or investments the moment your paycheck hits, you never get the chance to accidentally spend it. Networking opens doors money can't buy. The right conversation with the right person has launched more careers, businesses, and income streams than any resume ever did. Most Americans underestimate how much the people they know shape their financial ceiling. Multiple streams change the math. One income stream means 1 point of failure. 2 income streams means breathing room. 3 means options. The people who escape the 9-to-5 don't do it by working harder at one thing. They diversify. Real estate without buying a house. You don't need to be a landlord to benefit from real estate income. Real estate investment trusts, called REITs, let everyday Americans earn a slice of real estate returns without owning property. The business model that scales. A job pays you once for every hour you put in. A business, even a tiny one, can keep paying you long after the work is done. That difference in structure is what separates income from wealth. Tax strategy is a wealth multiplier. High earners don't just make more money, they keep more of it. Understanding how to legally reduce your tax burden through retirement accounts, deductions, and business expenses is one of the highest return moves available. Build credit like a tool, not a trap. Credit used deliberately to build business capital, access low-interest loans, or earn rewards is a completely different thing from credit used to cover lifestyle gaps. One builds wealth, the other quietly destroys it. The people around you set the ceiling. Your social circle shapes your financial ambitions more than any book, course, or video ever will. If everyone around you thinks the 9-to-5 is the only option, breaking free becomes an uphill battle against the people closest to you. Quit the right way, not the fast way. Leaving a job with zero backup income is not freedom. It's just a different kind of stress. The Americans who escape cleanly are the ones who built their exit before they took it. Passive income has a setup cost. Every passive income stream requires an upfront investment of time, money, energy, or skill. There is no free ride, but the setup cost you pay once is far smaller than the hourly toll you pay forever at a job. Systems beat hustle every time. Grinding harder is the slowest path to freedom. Building a repeatable system is the fastest. A system does the same work without needing your constant attention, and that difference is where real leverage comes from. Time becomes your most valuable asset. Once your income is no longer locked to your hours, time shifts from something you sell to something you own. Most people don't realize how much of their life they've been handing away until they get some of it back. Freedom looks different for everyone. For some Americans, it means retiring early. For others, it means working on projects they love without worrying about money. Financial freedom is not one size fits all, but it always starts with a deliberate decision to stop letting a paycheck make every decision for you. The identity shift that changes everything. The hardest part of escaping the 9-to-5 isn't the money. It's giving up the identity of, I'm just an employee. The moment you start seeing yourself as someone who builds income, everything you do with money starts to change. You don't need permission to start. Nobody is going to hand you financial freedom. No employer will offer it, no government program will schedule it, and no perfect moment will arrive. The only permission slip is the one you write yourself. The small wins add up fast. The first extra dollar you earn outside your job is worth more than its face value. It proves the model works. Every small win builds the confidence and momentum that makes the next step easier than the last. Most people quit one step too early. The hardest part of building financial freedom isn't starting. It's continuing when results are slow and invisible. Most Americans give up right before the moment their effort would have compounded into something real. The real lesson nobody teaches. A job was never designed to make you free. It was designed to make someone else's business work. The people who escape the 9 to 5 don't find a secret. They just decide early enough that their time belongs to them, then build everything around that one decision.
If you found this helpful, consider subscribing to stay updated with our latest videos.